progress has been huge, and I think you can see that from our figures. We are seeing 20% growth in the UK in turnover, and we've seen that over the last few years. We're seeing 40, 45, 50% per annum on the continental side.
Well, the Barcelona conference was an interesting catalyst really for what we were hoping to be able to change, which was from a mainly UK-based organisation to a European organisation.
Nosotros tenemos una compañía que lleva muy pocos años en España y ha escalado puestos del ranking número 10 al 4 en 3 años.
10 years ago we were 30-odd people in Europe. We are now 450.
Our move into residential has been the most extraordinary success and far exceeding our expectations.
Over the 4 years, I think we've gone from pretty much nothing to over 14 offices in the UK. We have offices in Hong Kong and associateships in Singapore.
We are probably number 3 in the residential development market.
The capital market side is the most profitable area of the business.
It's been a very good run, and we've had 40 quarters of consecutive capital growth.
So it does mean, you know, in the bull run we've had over the last 5 years, it's been very helpful for King Sturge as a business, and it's helped us fund a lot of the expansion.
Very good firm of people. I think the people are very nice, and that's half the battle, to actually be doing business with people that you want to be doing business with.
Attention to detail and their ability to be very accessible.
The fact that they remained a partnership at a time when most other consultancies were going down the corporate route.
Their knowledge of the sector that I'm involved with is probably second to none.
They could provide a complete service for us.
You know, they're a good bunch of people, basically.
One of the comments made by a number of people about why is this such a great place to work, the very simple answer was the people.
All of our assets walk out of the door every day, as they say, and it's absolutely vital to us that we continue to keep our best people.
As a company, we are wholly focused towards our clients, and the only thing that could be focused towards our clients are our people. There is nothing else.
There seems to be a great balance. You work hard, but you get rewards and you play hard as well.
At King Sturge there are about a dozen of us doing triathlon, and we thought it'd be a good idea if we could get one for the property industry.
Well, I'm a bit young for it, but I think Richard Batten and Chris Island is probably a midlife crisis for them, so they decided to do something which would help charity as well. So it's an admirable effort, but I think it's 20 years too late, honestly. It's 20 years too late for them.
If you've got a happy and contented staff who are also the best in the market, then it's a fantastic combination. And our growth, I think, and success has proved that.
We are a one-stop shop, so we pride ourselves on being able to offer pretty much all service lines to our customer and our client base.
We now have everything in-house, so we're able to provide a full solution from the very beginning. And you know, we're one of the few places where you can buy a piece of land all the way through to selling the completed development.
We're not just brokers, we are advisors as well, and I think we are very keen on keeping a good client relationship, building on it, making sure we get repeat business.
King Sturge has a very strong network of regional offices throughout the UK, and indeed we're growing that in Europe as well. It's an enormous competitive advantage to us because it enables us to understand what's going on locally and provide our clients with detailed knowledge of the local markets.
What I encountered was a culture where your colleagues wanted you to succeed. Your colleagues in other teams were trying to open the door for you, trying to create opportunities.
It is a supportive culture. We are still a partnership. We want to work well in teams together. We want to help people out.
I think that's been one of our strengths in assimilating some of the businesses that we've acquired, including obviously Hanrahan Dean, Leslie Finesse, James Johnston.
It seems to have the feel still as a fairly small family type business. We've pretty much left to our own devices to run the West End office team, but there clearly is some very good management at the senior level that brings it all together and makes it work as a much bigger unit.
First and foremost, it's a partnership. It's very collegiate, very supportive. We have had tremendous support from the colleagues around us who've helped us build the residential group.
One of the great attractions is that you're working with kids on the ground, senior guys who've got lots of experience, all melded together.
We know each other's skills. We've got different skill bases. We actually work with different sets of clients, so actually we've got quite a good coverage, and I think we gel quite well together.
We hope that this team will build and it will go forward and get stronger and stronger. And I want to be part of that, really.
As a professional service organisation, we are charter surveyors, we are professional guys. They expect to take responsibility and to have a high level of autonomy, and that's provided.
I think we're much more entrepreneurial than our competitors, and I think that helps us develop in the market.
I think for a lot of us that joined on the residential side of the business, it was the opportunity to build a business within a business.
It's allowed me to develop into my own career that I was interested in, so I wasn't sort of pigeonholed, I was allowed to develop it.
The relationship with our primary client is so close that we've got huge autonomy to do what we need to do.
I think that we will find that we have a lot more people, we have a lot more funds, we have a lot of international funds, and that we're seen to be a very serious player and competitor to the fund management houses and to the other agencies who have their fund management sides.
I'd like to see us both as an agent of choice within the top three on any selection, but also the intelligent agent, the advisor that can add value to people's portfolios.
To be a top 5 company within the retail sector, and I think taking that into Europe, the vision must be that we'll be within the top 10, and that's top 10 acting for both occupiers, the likes of Tesco, Zara, maybe taking Debenhams into the European market where we have good connections, but it's also working through the shopping centre investment side as well.
I think that King Sturge, although very large, has been historically underweight in the services it provides to the hotel sector, so hopefully we can correct that, and also we can capitalise on the huge network of offices that they have in the UK and in Europe.
Over the next 5 years, I see the main push being in terms of the European business. We have restructured. We're now a single European partnership, and I think we've now got the base to grow the European business.
If we look at the competition, they're not any bigger than us, but they are accelerating. And we have a stated ambition to be a top-tier European firm by 2010.
Well, our biggest challenge, of course, is going to be economic. That's what's staring us in the face at the moment.
Short term, it's going to be a tough market for the investment market. The real problem is nobody knows where prices are.
It is going to be tougher. Volumes are down because of the credit crunch, and market conditions generally are more difficult. But in many ways, this should benefit us because we've got some very high-quality people.
We are good at what we do. We are leaders in our own markets, and under those circumstances, historically, we've always come out of a downturn better than we went into it, with more market share and stronger teams.
The challenges facing us are, because we've seen tremendous growth over the last 5 years, is really trying to bring it all together. So really that comes down to some very simplistic processes, which is integration, it's communication, not just within the UK market, but it's also across our European business.
I think it's about the individual taking the responsibility to broaden the business with clients and having the confidence to understand areas outside their immediate area of expertise.
Try out new ideas, be innovative. Being innovative will win new business.
I think it's important then that the clients value people they can liaise with who are taking responsibility for their own actions, and I think that feeds its way all the way up the chain.
If we take responsibility for the quality of output individually, from top to bottom, from the senior partner down to the guy who's just arrived in the business, then we can pretty much guarantee that we'll be better than the competition in that respect.
We've got a very strong and capable team, and I think we can look forward to growing our market share quite significantly over the next 12 to 18 months.